Just give it
I've been
a couple
thinking...
seconds before we start, buddy.
Don't whisper, okay? That was enough. I've been thinking we should have like a name. Like we don't have like a name, but we should have like a name. Like, you know, in class, like you always, if you get like put in teams in like 6th grade, and
oh God,
you always, and you're in like U.S. history, and they say, all right, everybody, you're in groups, like now come up with a team name, and it's always like something really bad because no one wants to actually commit to something funny or unique.
So you want us to make a name, but we need to commit to making it unique.
Well, we should have like a name. I'm saying we could do the opposite of what we could redeem everyone that's ever made that mistake. Like, we have infinite amount of time here, and we might as well put it to use. Like, all we do is talk and think, and we could just
I don't think.
Well, yeah, okay, you don't think, but I think a lot.
I'm a smooth brain chimp.
See, that would be like an example of a bad name that, like, for some reason, they always have animals in the team names and social studies or what have you. It'll be like, oh, we're the dancing flamingos. And it's like, come on, man, can you just, like, think of a good name? You don't have to, you're just, I think what is really happening is people are just afraid to actually put themselves out there. So this is our chance. So... what do you think about you think that's a you want to have
I thought you were going to offer up a name, but
well, I was proposing that we have a name, and then that's usually when you'd chime in and be like this is how a team works. We're a team here.
You're kind of throwing this on me, and I wasn't prepared.
Okay, here let's try it like this. All right. I'm going to count down. And as soon as I hit...
that'll just add more to the pressure.
No, as soon as I say...
I'm getting stressed out.
We're falling into a trap here, okay? It doesn't matter. This is just for you and me. Like, I want to be cool. Well, I don't need to be cool. I'm already cool. But this will help you be a little bit cooler if we have a cool team name.
I don't think so, man.
We're a team now, for better or for worse.
Every team also has a pinky toe. A pinky toe.
What are you talking about?
Every team has a pinky toe.
Team?
Oh, I'm saying every team has a useless member, man.
Are you kidding me? There's only 2 of us. What are you trying to say? We're a foot with 2 toes?
I'm saying that I'm one of the top 2 players on this team, and I ain't number 2.
You gotta be kidding me, man. I came at this with, like, a purpose to bring us together, and you're just tearing us apart. 3, 2, 1, go, now.
The Celtics.
Okay, so I have a couple names that I thought of beforehand. I just want to run them by you.
I want to be the Celtics.
The Conversation Cowboys.
I hate that.
Come on, man. That's pretty cool. Like, we're like in a rodeo or something. Like, everybody likes cowboys because they're like the star of the show and they ride around on cows and we're the Conversation Cowboys. Like, why not? How about the Wondersome Wanderers out there thinking their thoughts? We're almost cowboys.
No, I don't like it.
Really, getting me down here. I just tried to. Okay, I'll push through. The Pensive Passengers.
Yeah, I think we should just go with boomer brains because we can't think of anything better.
You can't think of anything. I'm doing all the thinking here.
Doesn't seem like you're using much capacity there, though.
Okay, how about this? We're the Tea Time Travelers with our little cups of English tea.
I don't like tea.
Endonauts? The Endonauts.
What does that even mean?
That means like the inner voyagers. We're traveling within ourselves to find the truth.
Let's go with it.
Really? Because I actually didn't like that one. So I'm just going to keep going. The Social Sailors. Yoo-hoo!
Yeah, I don't like that one.
No?
No.
And we like wave, ding ding, pull the bell on our... We don't have a bell. We should get a bell. The cassette cowboys, since we're recording to this like tape.
Qua?
Why don't you...
Don't say that one. Nobody uses cassettes anymore.
We're recording to a cassette right now. What are you talking about? That's the only means we have to record. We'll think on it, but I think this is important for morale. Because without a team, there is
Let's be the Three Musketeers.
There's only two of us. Well, besides... well, never mind. You wanted to talk about something.
Yeah. I've been telling a lot of things. I don't know
You've
what
been telling
you're specifically
a lot? What are you talking about?
I've been telling you a lot of things. I mean, you're the only, like, thing that I talk to these days. So
yeah, I know. I was just trying to get you to... I'm just wondering what you've been up to lately. I haven't seen you for a while. It seems like you've been away. You've been, like, preoccupied with yourself.
Yeah, I've been exercising.
Okay. What you can tell me. This is a safe space.
I don't feel comfortable telling you.
What makes you uncomfortable right now?
But like there's only one person I can tell it to, so
What are you
Sherlyn.
Huh?
Okay, so recently I've been playing a lot of basketball.
Uh-huh.
Basketball.
Never say that again.
I get it.
That's not. I know you like that a lot, but it's not as good a pun as you think.
But yeah, so I've been playing a lot of basketball. It's a little court near where I used to live. You know. Do you like going to the gym?
No, I mean
you don't look like you go to the gym, so you know a lot happens when you play outdoor basketball, and it's kind of despicable, to be honest. I really wish there was an open indoor court.
Do you prefer an indoor court?
I prefer an indoor court to an outdoor court. There's a lot of factors that play into this.
I feel like I would definitely prefer the outdoor court because then you get the fresh air.
See, the issue with an outdoor court, the biggest factor is generally wind. The wind just blows the ball out of its trajectory. The wind blows your hair into your eyes.
You shouldn't be playing, well, in the wind. Just play without.
Well, I play nearly every day, so you know that's unavoidable. Yeah, that's why I've been gone for a long time.
You're just playing basketball the entire time.
I'm just playing. Yeah,
you're doing nothing else.
Yep.
You have all this time, and you choose to only play basketball. Like that's like 100% of your time is dedicated to playing basketball.
Yep. I think another issue with outdoor courts is that there's always bird poopy. The other day I saw the corpse of a dead bird on the court, which was really fascinating. I think that's what happened because there was something dead on the court that I had to kick off, and that was kind of disgusting. But yeah, well, it was right under the basket, so like
that's a recipe for disaster right there. Don't dunk on a dead bird.
I washed the court beforehand. I used a little bit of the water I'd brought.
Well, that's nice. At least you made it better for the other people that were going to come by.
Yeah, no one else really comes by.
What bird was it? Did you ornithograph?
No, I think it was a baby bird, so it was hairless.
Oh, God.
I think its mama probably dropped it on accident.
You're telling me you've been gone a lot because you went to a basketball court and kicked a dead baby bird, and that's what you've been spending your time doing.
Well, it was only one day.
Okay. Is that all that happened that day? You just kicked the bird and went home, or?
I think the third thing that kind of plays into what I plan on the ultimate story is the double rims. You as a non-baller, you're not a baller. We all know that.
Hey.
You probably don't know what a Hezi pull-up Jimbo is, but I won't get into that.
No, of course I don't know what a Hezi pull-up Jimbo is, because that sounds like a Haagen-Dazs flavor.
Because you're not a real baller.
Okay.
The thing that generally sucks about double rims, like taking aside the other factors, like outdoor effects, whatever, like you can play through those most of the time. The worst part about outdoor courts is that they always have double rims. And so what that is that there's generally, you know what a regular basketball, like an NBA basketball rim looks like. It's actually just it's one bar that's a rim.
When I imagine a basketball hoop, I just like picture a primitive circle in my head and then like a butterfly net under it. Because I've never actually seen one, so that's the best that my mind can create.
Okay. If you think of like a PVC pipe that you can bend.
Oh, I talking about Twizzler?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you were to take one PVC pipe and
Twizzler.
bend it into a circle, one Twizzler and bend it into a circle, that's like a single rim.
Yeah.
And so a double rim is quite literally you're taking two Twizzlers on top of each other, bending them into a circle, and that's what you get in the double rim basketball hoop.
And that's supposed to be twice the fun.
And let me tell you, it's about half the fun, 2 times the hassle, and 10 times the stability. The point of having a double rim is so that when people dunk, they're supposed to stay better, because in like real basketball, in the NBA, they can replace the rims. In an outdoor court, you usually don't have people going out there, so they try and keep the rims as sturdy as possible until it literally just dies, yeah. Which I don't understand, because there isn't a person in the world who plays on an outdoor hoop that can actually dunk in Colorado.
Yeah.
In probably 47 of the 50 states, the only 3 that I can think of where it actually happened is California and New York and probably like Texas or something.
Okay, cool picks.
Nobody's dunking on an outdoor court, especially a court that nobody uses except for me.
Is there really there's no one else there besides the copious amounts
there's
of
some
dead
children.
Foul.
The issue with double rims is that if you miss, God forbid you miss, the ball will fly into a different dimension. I don't know what the physics behind it is. So
you're adding like another centimeter on top.
It's bigger than a centimeter.
How big is it?
Like
How big is the rim? How big are these rims?
Dude,
people are talking about them.
I can't. They're about maybe an inch,
okay,
half an inch wide.
Yeah,
but it seems like it wouldn't affect much. But what would usually be a swish on a single rim will destroy your sense of skill on a double rim, because it will just fly 20 feet in a random direction. You don't even know where it'll go.
It has like ballistic capacity.
I really hate double rims. And so that kind of ties in to what I plan on talking about. The neighborhood Karen.
Who is that?
Do you know what a Karen is?
No, I don't.
Well, a Karen is basically someone who digs their nose into business that they don't need to, and overall, they're just a little bit of a bitch. I don't know how the name Karen got attributed to it, but there's a lot of nice Karens out there, so I apologize.
I thought you said the definition of Karen. Well, you're saying there's a lot of nice Karens, but you did just call all Karens a bitch.
Well, this I didn't call all Karen's a bitch. I said no. I did a little bit of research,
okay,
and looked up the most hated female names.
Oh,
and number 1 on the list was Nevaeh.
Nevaeh,
which is, and you're gonna love this.
Yeah.
It's heaven backwards.
Oh my god! So it's heaven backwards, which is ironic because that means the bad place.
It is the worst name that someone could have come up with, Nevaeh.
That's the most hated name.
It's supposedly the most hated girl name.
Is this maybe a situation where people just aren't rating? Like, I don't go around rating people's names usually. Well, I actually do that a lot, but I don't submit it onto like a message board. So maybe it's just 3 people didn't like the name and then it got boosted to the top of the list.
I think anybody that hears the word Nevaeh and knows that it's heaven backwards is bound to
honestly
hate the name.
I like not knowing that it was. I wish you didn't tell me, because I kind of just like the mystery of Nevaeh being the most hated name, but I like that. I think the language should change from now on. I think you should this person that you find is a Nevaeh.
Do you want me to use the name Nevaeh? You think?
Because I mean, it is the most hated name. We know that.
From what I looked up, it was a landslide winner, so I think it fits.
What was number 2?
Second was Destiny.
What was it?
Destiny.
I I mean, that's kind of rude. I
You
wouldn't.
want to hear the most hated boy names? The most hated boy names is pretty funny.
What?
It was Jaden, Braden, Aiden, Caden, and Hayden.
That's pretty good. And
But yeah,
and what
so
was
the
your
neighborhood-
and your middle name is Caden,
My
right?
middle name is no. Your middle name is Hayden.
No.
We're about tied on the list. But yeah, the neighborhood Nevaeh. She's a number. She is loud. She is obnoxious. And I don't think she knows the basic human socialization. And so my first encounter with this beast was the result of a double-rimmed disaster because I'd missed a shot.
I can see where this is going already. A Nevaeh has no time for any misses.
No mistakes for Nevaeh.
This is Nevaeh's time on the court. Was she playing?
And so she was walking on the sidewalk. The court is situated so that, considering that double rims will fling your ball out of existence, it will very easily just go out into the road, into the sidewalk, wherever. And so she was walking with her daughter, which I can only assume that she named Destiny. She probably saw the same list as me and just
She was
picked
working
the
her way
most
through
hated
the
names.
list.
Yeah. And so Nevaeh and Destiny walking down the sidewalk. I missed a shot. I thought I could get the rebound, but it flung 30 feet into the air, rolled onto the grass, and it kept rolling into the sidewalk. And so I was like, oh, I should go get it. Maybe the nice lady will just kick it back for me. The ball started to roll out onto the sidewalk. And instead of like just kicking it back towards me and I could have thanked her, I would have been nice. I would have been like, oh, thanks. I'm running after it. She sees me running after it. She stops and like gives me a judging glare.
Was this going anywhere near her?
It was about 5 feet in front of her. And her daughter kept walking. Her daughter Destiny was like, oh, this is normal. He accidentally missed a shot. It's rolling. I'll just like keep walking because he's gonna get it. But then Nevaeh like looks over at her daughter, puts her hand out. She's like, oh my God. She freaks out.
She has to stop her daughter from
the destruction. She gives me a judging glare. I'm sprinting at this point because I'm like, oh God, she really hates this. And as I'm walking back, she starts walking again, and she just whispers like really close to me. She's like, that was weird. And I was just like, okay, yeah. Like I didn't know how do you respond to that? I just turned around. I thought,
can we do a role play replay really quick? So I'm gonna.
Yeah, you can play Nevaeh.
That's it, rolling along the ground.
And then wait a sec. I'm walking with Destiny.
I'm running by. Sorry about that, ma'am.
Destiny, stop. Well, that was weird.
I'm sorry. What do you mean?
And then I just walk away. That's basically what she would have done.
Yeah, she's just mad at this point.
She would have like clicked her tongue at me, flipped me off, and then thrown her daughter into me to break my leg as she proceeds to walk away.
I have to say, I really like the the statement. That was weird because it has like it's veiled as just a normal like a fact that she's saying, but it has so much in reality. It has so much contempt, and it's actually a veiled question that she's saying.
Even if she said it as a joke, I would have been fine if she was like, that was weird.
Yeah,
and I'm like, yeah, like because then the implication is that she's like joking that maybe I usually don't miss or something, and the one time I did, it just completely went out of the way.
That'd be a nice way.
But she was glaring at me, and she's like, that was weird. And I was just like, okay, lady, chill out. She was angry at me for something I couldn't control. I'm sorry I missed a shot.
Either she thought that it was weird that you missed the ball, like she's seen your stats. She knows that you're a pretty good shot.
Which would be weird in itself.
It would have been weird that if she knew your stats, because I'm pretty sure that's not even published. And either that, or she thought that it was weird that like she's somehow amazed by physics. Like she was weirded out by the idea of this ball continuing its momentum into the grass.
She had time to react to this, okay? Like, she would have seen the ball flying. She would have seen the ball on the grass rolling out onto the sidewalk.
And this wasn't a dangerous ball, was it?
It wasn't dangerous. It was literally rolling
There was
at
no, like shards of
a
glass
mile an
on
hour max. No. The ball was a little bit flat. So it would have been safer, if anything.
There, that was weird. Like, did you see that ball? What if she said that? What if she came up to you and was like, that was weird. That ball went pretty far, but by my calculations, it's a quarter PSI flat.
Well, other instances tell me she isn't much of a big brain, so that was only the first encounter, right? I see this woman pretty much every 2 days, every 3 days. Her daughter Destiny and her son Jaden. You know,
the trio.
Those three are quite the crew.
Well, let's be fair to the children. We don't know.
The children are named such, but they don't fit the names because, unfortunately, the terrible mother chose to name them as such. Yes, she picks their names. Yeah. They don't necessarily fit into the roles. The only kind of weird thing about the kids is that Destiny, for some reason, has a chronic raspy voice. Jaden seems to be normal for the most part. So about like 2 days after the basketball incident, I see the godly trio roll out as a squad, all on their bikes. Nevaeh leading the way in the triangle formation, Destiny and Jaden following behind.
They're like geese.
Yeah. And so that was like normal. It's like, okay, a family going out on a bike ride. And so I keep playing. They go on their merry way. About 40 minutes later, I see him riding back. Nevaeh has gone completely insane. She's making like siren sounds. She's just like squawking. She was literally just riding back and she was like, wee, 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 really loud. Let me just like note that Nevaeh is incredibly loud. I can hear her as soon as she steps out of her house into her garage, her unopened garage. I can hear her speaking from the basketball court, which is about 200 feet away. I don't know what this woman does. If we could turn sound into energy, this woman is a perpetual motion machine because she is just that loud.
When she whispered, that was weird to you. It actually ruptured your eardrum.
Damn near did. So she comes in. I think it's like a real police siren, but I look over. No, it's just Nevaeh and her children. I don't know if like this is a sign of child abuse. Maybe I should do something. But they rolled up into their garage. Destiny objects to Nevaeh being so loud and making the siren noises.
It makes sense. Mom, can you stop pretending to be a police car? It's kind of freaking me out.
What Destiny said verbatim to Nevaeh was, "Mom, stop making noises. You're being annoying." And it was like in a playful tone. She's like, "Mom," like,
yeah, because she's trying to de-escalate the situation.
But she was like, "Yeah, Mom, just stop. Come on." And then inside Nevaeh, there lays a beast. And this beast, God. I would poke him with a twig, and this beast will erupt into the force of an atomic bomb.
Wow.
As soon as the word annoying came out of Destiny's mouth, Nevaeh blew up. She went from normal speaking voice, which is already my shouting voice, to Nevaeh's shouting voice, which is about a jet engine. And she was like, "You think I'm being annoying? You think I'm being annoying? Let me show you annoying. Get out of my sight."
Oh my God.
And I was like, I was in shock. I was just trying to play basketball, right?
Clearly, they're not allowed to use the A word around Nevaeh.
Yeah, I hear this woman freaking out at her daughter, and her daughter's like, "Whoa, okay." And Destiny, knowing that she can't literally say anything else, she will be drowned out by this ungodly roar. She's like, "Okay," and she takes a basketball and joins me on the other side of the basketball court. As Destiny's walking out, Nevaeh starts shouting from outside the garage, and she's like, "Don't you dare turn your back on me. Get back here. Don't play basketball." And I was like, "You just told Destiny to get out of your sight, and now you're telling her to come back. She's literally listening to you now."
Did she come back?
No, she somehow ignored the primordial scream.
I wonder if she walked back to her, she would have yelled at her to get out of her sight because she was being annoying.
Something would have happened there, and I thank God that Destiny didn't return to Nevaeh.
It seems like probably a good idea. So did Nevaeh just eventually got tired of yelling at Destiny and let her play basketball.
I think the Beast has a tendency to sleep, because as soon as she saw that Destiny wasn't going to do anything, she just completely calmed down and started laughing with Jaden and walked back into the garage. So I don't know if maybe it was somehow a bit that she gets unnaturally angry at Destiny.
Kind of doesn't sound like a bit. Like, a bit usually is like, it makes you laugh and you're like, oh, that's pretty cool. This sounds like, oh, you yelled at your child for telling you to stop making police siren noises that the entire town could hear.
And so that's just like one of many stories, and I'm going to focus on like 3 specific ones that I've seen.
Could you think of any reason why she was making police
siren noises. She was squawking like a goose.
Really? Like a oh.
No, she was really bad at being a goose. Yours was I think yours was a 9 out of 10. Okay. Yours was pretty good.
No big deal. I'll just give you one more for the show. Oh.
Okay, that one was a little bit worse. Fuck. That one deserves a 7.
No. Oh, damn it. No, I'm nervous. You got me. Okay, just keep going.
Okay. Well, that's my first story about Nevaeh. Generally, most of them ended up have her in some way getting upset and yelling. Yeah. The second story, the second instance, Aww. That one wasn't good. I think you should just stop. Oh.
That's right. The goose is back. And then we do a little dance, and we're back.
Oh, it's just
what?
I needed to get in a groove.
Did you not like the dance?
I didn't like the dance. I like the goose though. So that's just the first of 3. The second one caught me a little bit by surprise. I thought I had seen a new side of her, but I'm pretty sure.
Tell me the truth. Spending time with you. We'll find it together. We're friends forever.
What?
Welcome to Pillow Talk, my new segment in which new love is discovered. So I figured while we're stuck here, we might as well get to know each other a little bit better. I bequeathed it upon myself to find some questionnaires.
Oh, God. Isn't this for like couples?
I mean, it can be for like other, like it doesn't have to be for we're technically a couple.
You know what I saw the other day actually regarding friends? I saw like a thing where some guys stuck their hands in cement, but they were like holding hands, and then they made molds in the cement, and it came out, and it was like a little gelatin or a little cement statue of their hands being intertwined. I thought it was pretty funny. I don't know why that came to mind.
I mean, we could do it, but we'd have to get.
We'd
cement.
have to get the cement somehow.
Get cement. See, this is why we need a team name. This is what I'm saying, and we could be the word Voyagers.
I really like that one.
Just the Voyagers.
Yeah, I want to be the Voyagers. It's just generic enough that I think it'll work.
I guess mediocrity is the bar. This one is called How Well Do You Know Your Partner?
We're like partners in crime.
Number 1, I can name my partner's best friends.
I can name Maggie.
I would consider Maggie my best friend.
Dustin's like the dog.
So you only name people that I would consider my best friend.
Dustin's a little bit of a dog, so I don't know. He's like a man's best friend.
Is that it? You think I only have 2 best friends?
Let's just go with 2 for now. I kind of don't feel like naming the rest.
Okay, what stresses am I currently facing? Like, name the top 2. We'll just go with 2 again. Top 2 stresses.
No girlfriend. No job.
I don't even know why you'd bring that up. I'm honestly fine. So I'm going to give you a no for that because that sucks.
Oh, can you tell me what your 2 stresses are then so I'll know for the future?
I'm tired and you're a little bit irritating. Like with a capital E.
You can't take my quote.
Can you tell me some of my life dreams?
Well, I know one of them. You want to own a donkey.
I don't even need to hear anything else. Yes. Can you tell me my basic philosophy on life?
You're just like chilling, man.
What?
Yeah. You're just chilling, bro.
What kind of philosophy Philosophy of the common man.
You're like a little bit of a laissez-faire, you know.
I mean, I guess that's true, but the first way you talked about it,
you're like strict on yourself, but you're pretty laissez-faire when it comes to other people. You know what I mean?
Okay. Do you know the names of? Do you know the names of some of the people who I've been irritated by lately?
Can't quite think of I can't quite think of one, to be honest. Yeah.
You really can't think of anybody at all that would be annoying to me in the past, like, maybe 5 minutes?
I'm completely blanking on a name.
Okay. Yeah, make that 0 seconds and counting.
I think I know it, but I don't want to call him out publicly.
I'll just give it a yes because you're annoying. You're annoying. Can you list the relatives that I like the least of my relatives?
I don't even know how. Well, I know one of them.
I don't even know my relatives, so I'd honestly be impressed if you knew them.
I've only seen your like grandparents once for some reason.
You met them once?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you did.
Your brother annoys you.
Oh, this is a like really meta question, but do you feel that you know me pretty well? Or wait, or is it the other way? Do I feel like you know? Wait.
Well, it's like I don't think we're each other's.
So the question is,
I don't think we're each other's best friends, are we?
Wait, what? You think you're not my best friend?
No, I said I don't think we're each other's best friends, are we?
I feel that my partner knows me pretty well.
Do I know you pretty?
Is that what that's? What does that mean?
Do you think that I know you pretty well?
So you're the I.
I think you're the I.
No, because the first part was I can name my partner's best friends.
Okay, yeah, you are you.
Yeah, I know I'm me.
It says "do you" in reference to you.
No. Actually, I'm pretty sure you're me.
I don't think I'm you.
I feel that my partner knows me.
You're not Asian.
I'm also not a bear. You know, I'm just going to say no to that one and continue. When we're apart, do you think fondly of me?
Not really. I kind of forget about you until I come back.
I mean, okay, you don't have to keep going. I already hit no. I already entered
to be with
no.
You.
Well, do you often touch or kiss me affectionately?
Touch, yes. Kiss, no.
I'll give it a yes.
I touch you on the back.
So, do you think there's fire and passion in our relationship?
There's a lot of fire.
Fiery hatred, rage.
Yeah. Just put yes.
Would you say that our sex life is mostly satisfying? It's not excellent, but at least it gets the job done.
I think I agree.
You agree? What are you talking about? What are you agreeing?
That I'm single and it works out for me.
All right, that's another yes. Okay, would you say that we're best friends?
This is going to be a little bit awkward, but yeah.
We just love talking to each other.
No, well, it's a forced thing nowadays, so.
Would you say that there's lots of give and take, and both of us have influence in our discussions?
Yeah. I'd say
it's pretty balanced.
Yeah.
Sometimes you're a little bit, well, I'll just say yes, but am I a great help to you? Like as a problem solver, partner in crime, partner
Only
in
when
life?
you're needed.
At the end of the day, you're glad to see me.
Sometimes.
Cards on the table. What?
I said yeah.
You generally like my personality. Like, yeah, it's not too specific. You don't have to love it, but you generally...
Yeah, I'll give it that.
Okay. And you really respect me.
Yeah, I do.
No. I would 100% say no. You're lying through your teeth here. All right, let's see our results.
Okay. When we're not doing a bit, we can just like be quiet.
What the fuck? I wanted to talk to you. You're saying when we're not doing a joke, we shouldn't even talk? Oh my god. We got a 16 out of 22. Your knowledge of me is a 5 out of 7. Our relationship in total is a 3 out of 5.
It's not great.
Not great. That's pretty bad.
We don't have sex.
Our friendship is a 5. Our friendship is a 5 out of 6, but I would say I'd knock like 3 or 4 points off of that for what just happened. And then our values, I guess, are aligned 3/4 of the time.
We're in a pretty good friendship.
Best
friendship.
Yes. So tell me about, what was her name?
I call this one Nevaeh and the Two Black Teens.
Okay.
That's quite literally what occurred. I'll just say that I was very afraid for what would happen that day. I thought I'd see Nevaeh in a little bit of a new light. I think I might even say a white light. And she may have been a little bit of a white knight. And so I'm playing basketball. I see these 2 black teenagers. They're walking up to Nevaeh's house I think they're trying to get like a signature for a petition, and I think it's pretty good that they're doing that, right? I think it's good that they're going around the neighborhood, but I don't think that it's good that they're going to Nevaeh's house because I don't know how she's gonna react.
There should be a sign.
Just as they start walking up Nevaeh's driveway, the garage door opens, and out running come Destiny and Jaden. And so the 2 teens are just kind of in shock. And then Destiny and Jaden see him. And so being children, they're going to be like, oh, Mom, somebody's here for like at the house. And then they're like, oh, okay. The teens are like, are your parents with you? And they're like, oh, let us get them. So they're just waiting there at the front door.
Yeah.
You know how in like movies, if you're at like a motel or something, you can lock your door with the chain and then you can like open it up a little bit?
It's a deadlock.
Well, like it's with the chain so you can open it up a little bit.
Yeah, what is that
I don't know
called?
what it's called.
It's not a deadbolt. Chain bolt.
Yeah, whatever it's called. You know how you can do that and like open your door a little bit and just peek out? I can't imagine Nevaeh has a chain bolt, but I wouldn't be surprised if she did. The teens were at her doorstep. The way she opened the door was just, she opened it up with a little crack and then she like peeked out with one eye, and she's, she has a roar of time. I hear her from a mile away and she's like, what are you 2 doing here? Being those 2 teens, you just have to be like, okay, what's going on right now? They haven't even said anything. They're just holding their clipboard and a pen and they're like, okay, this lady's crazy. Yeah, I don't know what's up with her, but the 2 teens are just standing there. I can't hear them because they're normal voiced, but I can only assume they're talking about like signing the petition.
They're a block away from you. There's no reason you should be able to hear them.
Then I hear her and she's like, I still don't understand what's going on. And that is literally like what her voice sounded like to me. I guess she had a bad throat. She had a sore throat that day. Then they just keep going. They're probably like, oh, so the Black Lives Matter movement, yada, yada, yada. And then the weirdest part about it was that after they somehow convinced her that she was signing for like a good cause, she opens the door all the way and she invites them in for like cookies and milk. She was like, oh, okay, that's great. You guys want to come in for some dinner? And then they were like, oh, no, can you just sign the thing and then we'll leave? And then she was like, no, I insist. You come in. And then I'm just like, these 2 kids definitely should not go into Nevaeh's house because who the hell knows what they'll do to provoke her on accident.
She flipped on a dime. She was so negative to start at opening the door, only looking through a crack. And
that seems to be like a thing with her, just like the last part where she flips on Destiny and then she's laughing with Jaden.
She has a short fuse.
Yeah, then the next minute she's inviting them into her house for dinner.
How does that happen so quickly?
And so like this lady is just appalling to me. I really don't understand. I see this woman quite often, so every day I'm just like hoping that maybe something new happens.
That really flipped the script on me because, to be honest, I thought, seeing her history, I thought she was gonna yell at them and be generally rude.
Especially because she was mad at me for no reason. And okay, the last story is a pretty similar story. Instead, she was mad at both children. So I don't know if she has a husband, I'll be honest. I don't know if they live with anyone else. It might just be the 3. So if she's mad at both children, I don't know who she flips the switch on after that. I think she like probably ends up talking to herself or something. Actually, now that I think about it, she actually was talking to herself, which was kind of weird. I don't know why I forgot that.
This is just painting. At first I was bemused and I was slightly confused about the whole Nevaeh situation, and now I'm just sort of saddened because now it seems like maybe she's under a lot of stress.
I think
and she
that
yells
might be
at
it.
everybody and talks to herself.
I don't know if she's under stress. I don't know if she's like being bad towards the children. Like, I can't make any judgment calls here. So there's this one day where the two children are setting up like a little slip and slide on their front yard, and their mother Nevaeh is having a grand old time herself, having fun with her kids. They weren't even sliding on it at this point. They were just putting out the little like sheet that you slide on and getting like the hose ready. And then, what happens?
God, I love a slip and slide.
I don't know what happened.
Oh, I wish we had a slip and slide, man.
Too, but I don't know what'll happen if we drop into the...
Dude, imagine if we just like lay it out, like put it down, unrolls, make sure it's all flat. Take the hose, just like get it sopping wet. Hot day, the sun shining, the clouds, they're there. They're not in the way. They're not going to be too much. They might be going in front of the sun every once in a while so we don't get too sunburnt. But then overall, pretty warm, not too hot, but it's a dry heat. And that's why we're in the water and we're sliding. We're getting cool because the evaporative cooling effect on our skin carries the heat, lowers our body temperature. And it's fun to play with momentum, man.
Yeah, but so they were setting it up. Little Jaden was dragging out the hose from the backyard, getting ready to initiate contact with the slide. He starts spraying down the slide, and as he's going back to turn off the hose, he leaves the hose in he like kept it on, right? Because that's how the slip and slide works. He didn't turn it off. He went to put it down, but he didn't leave it on the slide. He accidentally dropped it on the sidewalk before the slide. So it's like he had it set up on the lawn, and then he has like the little walkway up to their doorstep. He puts it on the little walkway.
You would say he missed.
I think this woman just has a disdain for missing things.
You cannot be inaccurate. Please act with precision. And don't drop anything.
She started flipping out at little Jaden for missing the grass. Jaden's just trying to have fun. He went down the slide once. He got to go down.
He got one iota of fun, and she had to come out.
And then she starts screaming at him. I'm just on the court, and I hear this woman screaming like, "What do you think happens when the pavement gets wet?" And I'm like, "Nothing happens. Nothing happens."
What does she think happens in the
She
pavement
thinks erosion occurs in the 5 minutes that the hose is laid down on pavement.
Erosion occurs in the mitochondria of the cell.
She's a little cuckoo, starts rolling up the slip and slide so that Jaden can't have has a little bit of fun left.
He got one use.
She got mad at herself for getting wet. Destiny didn't even get us a ride down the slide because Jaden was on it first, and then she's already rolling it up.
There's a chain of disempowerment. Jaden was trying to have fun, but his mom bullies him, and now he doesn't get the slide. He took his turn from his sister. It's a pecking order.
Which is quite unfortunate. And then apparently Nevaeh gets mad at herself for getting wet on accident, even though she was also preparing to go on the slip and slide. I don't know what was going on there.
I mean, I wouldn't put past her to go on in regular clothes. Like a jean, like a wet jean.
Yeah, I think she was wearing jeans and just
You ever had a wet jean?
A regular shirt. I don't wear many jeans.
No, but have you ever gotten a wet jean?
No.
Just gone just gone out for a wet jean or something?
It's okay. So yeah, that's the story of Nevaeh.
I mean, it had some twists and turns in it. I was interested. I was engaged. I was surprised by certain aspects of it, and then other aspects I was not so surprised. And then I was intrigued, enraged, and somewhat saddened by the character of Nevaeh. And I guess I'd give it a rating. And from then on, we were known as the Voyagers. You and me, lost and found, a hope, a dream